Hello, everyone. This is a pretty interesting topic, and I'm sure, all of us are still reeling under one wave or the other. And what started as something which we thought would last a quarter, now it's almost 15 months, and it still has a huge impact on our lives, on our businesses, and on our customers. Uh, I'm going to just take you through a bunch of thought processes around what we feel is going to be a long-lasting impact because of acceleration caused by pandemic and the lockdown situation, and how technology can help you. Leveraging technology can help you actually come closer to your consumer and improve overall consumer experience. I'm just going to share my screen. I hope you guys can see my screen. All right. So one of the most interesting thing which happened, during pandemic, and we continue to see that the volume of conversations which any brand is having with their consumers have gone up. The volume of user queries and user complaints have gone up, and the amount of customer feedback which is available has also significantly gone up. And this trend is going to continue more and more, because one very interesting change which has happened is users were researching online and maybe buying offline, but now consumers are researching online as well as buying online. And this has been a fundamental shift. We have had businesses who have got a series of new customers which were not there. They are seeing customers use channels which they had barely developed, or were not used as much. Uh, and one very common layer across this is the convenience. Consumer convenience on digital is outweighing the non-digital world's challenges, and that underlying attribute of convenience is resulting into adoption of self-serve. So one of the key things which have changed when it comes to customer experience is more and more people are preferring self-serve over the typical standard methods of getting the help they needed. And one of the a very interesting human trait, which is resulting into a massive impact on customer experience, is how impatient we are as human beings, and the pandemic hasn't helped that particular attribute at all. So the expectation of resolution or a response time is instant. People are looking at instant gratification. People are looking at a very small time to resolution. People are looking at that information very quickly, at the deal very quickly. They want delivery instantly. So this instant communities around us, this instant world, has also created a very interesting channel and opportunity in the ways of instant messaging to be leveraged as customer experience. So this behavior, I believe, will continue to sort of spiral sort of more adoption from a consumer experience perspective. And all of this has created an opportunity for brands again on proactive engagement. With all the conversations happening around brands, about industry, around competition, there's a lot of data which is available. And being able to further engage with customers in a proactive manner can very easily lead to converting them into what we call as brand ambassadors or brand advocates. So these are the key elements from a customer experience perspective, which have changed significantly. So how do brands adapt? What do you do about it? I think one of the key takeaways from various discussions and companies we are working with is there is a even more pressing need to bring in marketing, customer service, and analytics on one platform. It's becoming extremely important to be able to share data across these departments, so that not only can you improve your overall customer experience, your marketing strategy, but even leverage this data for product innovation. The move to messaging platforms has resulted into a plethora of data. Now, if you tap it into efficiently, there's so much, intelligent, information available in the way of conversational analytics that can really help you make some serious, interesting decisions, which can have very long positive impacts to your business. And one very interesting problem, which we were discussing earlier also, but now it has become very mainstream, is being able to create the one view of the customer. We believe that the whole the customers, what we call as, need this Netflix kind of an experience. If they're talking to you on WhatsApp and they leave that conversation and move it to Messenger, or if they go and call you up or send you an email or tweet to you, they want the continuation of the conversation to happen seamlessly. And from the brand side, there is an pressing need to identify that the Twitter ID ABC is the same person as Facebook ID 123 and the mobile number 921. And that results into some very interesting information creation. It's very it's quite possible if you start thinking about how digital first can enable and leverage that. But once you do that, not only can you really improve your customer experience, but overall customer loyalty and eventually the lifetime value of a customer to a brand. So one of the key messages we would have is definitely embrace the digital channels. A lot of businesses were digital ready. A lot of businesses were not. Regardless of the business you are in now, I think digital is sort of mandatory. And there are a lot of inherent advantages which digital offers to a business also. One of the most interesting things, we're discussing with some of our clients in the US, and they're one of the challenges where they're not able to find people for the contact center because the number of calls are just rapidly rising up. And you can't just keep throwing bodies at the problem. One of the best things about digital is very scalable and very efficient. Leveraging, even simple automation can prepare you to address the variation in customer queries and customer feedback which comes in, or even customer complaints for that matter. So digital not only makes it convenient for your consumers to actually access you and have a conversation with you, but it also is an overall efficient process from your perspective as well. And this is something which really is very powerful idea if you think about it. It's a total win-win solution. And one of the underlying advantages you have is that it's completely data driven, and that data and intelligence can be leveraged in so many ways in different departments and functions across the company. Messaging channels are extremely important, whether in your country it's Line or WhatsApp, or where your consumers are on Messenger, or whether you are even looking at a simple, a chatbot on your website or in your app. Messaging has evolved a lot, especially now with all the lockdown and people being holed up in the smaller spaces and whatnot. Non-voice has become a major source of engagement, and we feel that this is going to continue to grow. The advantage on the brand side is when you are getting to interact with somebody on non-voice, you already have an ability to now know more information about that consumer. And that's your first step towards sort of 360-degree view of a consumer. So we believe messaging is going to continue to grow, and the sort of tools and technologies available to sort of, take advantage of it in a manner where it sort of creates value for your consumers. For the brand, it's the best part is it's consistent, it's always on, and automation can prepare you for the scale. And it also helps in the concept of self-serve, which is what has sort of become a main post-pandemic customer experience theme, if you will. One of the key challenges when you start approaching and solving your customer experience challenges is how do you break the silos? So what we have seen in organizations is that we have different tools being used by different departments. The data view is fragmented, and the teams are really not synchronized. Like, for example, we were talking to a large bank in the US, and they were talking about how important it is that marketing and customer service are sort of aligned. And we asked, so how do you solve for that? And we have maybe once a monthly meeting, which is sort of driven by us, but they're not solving it at the core, which is connecting these platforms or these data layers together. So we believe that siloed data really erodes a lot of value. Siloed tools really become very expensive in the long run for the organization, and they really create inconsistencies. And one of the very important factors behind enabling a great customer experience is consistency. And if the teams are not aligned with data and platform together, you would have a lot of loss opportunities. So I think one of the key things to look out for, how do you break the silos and look at partners who can help you break that. Let's talk a little bit about one view of the customer and how can one go about enabling it. One of the key elements is when you start thinking about bringing marketing, analytics, and customer service together. That's when you start thinking about, okay, how do I leverage the touch point layer with my consumers? What technology do I deploy? How do I bring in the information together? Like I said earlier, one of the best ways to go about it is embracing one of the messaging platforms, could be any one of your choice, that helps you create that one extra data layer for a consumer, which you already know as an email address or a mobile number. Uh, and it's because of automation readiness in a messaging platform. It also is a very sort of a go-to platform for a brand as well to meet scale and efficiency. The idea is that when you look at your solutions across various touch points like email, social, you can bring them together with what we call as a CRM integration. A lot of companies are now focusing on bringing in the CRM, sort of augmenting the CRM with social media information. In the last panel discussion, I believe Sai was talking about how important it is to sort of get that data. Even Sant Kumar was talking about how important it is to being able to listen to your customers all the time. And I believe that when you bring in your social media data or other digital media data with the transactional data which you traditionally have in your CRM, you suddenly create consumer personas like you could have never done before. Your ability to be able to do more targeted performance-led marketing goes up significantly. Your ability to really understand your consumer and when to reach out to them and how to reach out to them improves by a mile. It's extremely important to be able to start thinking about how am I collecting information from different channels and bringing them into my CRM, so that my CRM not only contains transactional data, but it also contains behavioral data. And that will really unlock a lot of value for you. Now, to do that, whether you are thinking about taking technologies which help you collect all this data, process all this data, and do a private cloud deployment so that you can freely integrate with CRM. We have seen such use cases being extremely successful in space of telecom, BFSI, aviation. And then, once you have all these sort of figured out together, the same setup can then sort of reach out to your CXOs for decision making, your customer service, marketing, and even your PR teams. I'll just take a minute and talk a little bit about Locobuzz. Locobuzz is a unified consumer experience platform. And what we try to do on the platform is exactly what I was talking about, where we want to break the silos. So it's one unified platform for understanding the conversations about your brand, about your competition, being able to understand the queries and complaints and feedback which is coming in, and being able to engage with your consumers or potential consumers in a streamlined manner, being able to analyze these conversations, to get intelligent insights, actionable intelligence, and finally to leverage machine learning for automation capabilities, so that as you get so much volume and information coming in, can you leverage ML models to get you to intelligence very, very quickly, rather than spending a lot more, man hours on figuring out what to do with this data. One of the key things we believe, is customer experience is all about scaling your positive experiences. If you can accelerate your positive customer experiences, you have a fantastic customer experience strategy. The idea is, how do we simplify discovery and engagement process for your consumers? So be where your consumers are, rather than forcing them to use the channel which you want them to use. It's better to facilitate and be where your consumers are. Extremely, extremely important. Customer insights led decision making is extremely important. By leveraging this data in a manner, by integrating it with CRM, you empower yourself to take such decisions. And then, of course, overall response management and customer service plays a very, very key role, right? So Locobuzz as a platform brings in marketing features like publishing content, tracking marketing key metrics, managing user community, and then looking at qualitative and quantitative aspects of this data from a customer service perspective, whether it is to generate intelligence from these consumer insights, whether to facilitate your team responding to your customers in a timely and efficient manner, uh, and how do you sort of make it more easy and automated and facilitate self-serve for your consumers, and of course analytics on top of it to sort of help you chart out the roadmap for your journey in this. So thank you so much for your time. I'd be happy to take any questions you guys have.